I look distracted, but I'm trying to. My instant holder don't want to be an instant holder. What's going on with everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? No, I ain't did a show all day, but I'll give y'all the background before we get into it. But appreciate y'all. Welcome to Kush Equilibrium. I am your always smoking host. Oops, great. Now, a quick backstory on what happened today before we get to the meat and potatoes of the show. Again, I appreciate y'all pulling up the smoke with your boy while we talk our ish. I recorded a show earlier, right? I'm trying different things because I got one setup. Well, it's all the same setup, but I'll use one program to get ready to start doing lives. I gotta just I found out the issue is from the YouTube side. So it's somewhere in my YouTube settings. I need to adjust that and I'll be able to do the late night show. That's a lot. Now, with the earlier show, I used something else. I tried to use something else to record it because it doesn't look right the way I've been recording it lately. And I was trying to get back to the way I had it looking, where it looked really nice, really sharp. It had my graphics on it, all that other stuff, and it just came out funky, man. It came out funky. Audio was delayed and all this other stuff, and I'd rather not give you a show versus give you a crappy show to me. So that's why it wasn't no daytime show. It wasn't that I didn't think about you guys or nothing like that, because y'all been holding me down, but I'm better than that. Even as small as the channel I got, I'm better than that. So had to nix the early show. It is something I do plan to re-record because it was a dope show, but just that audio lag, I could watching my mouth move, pause, and then the audio way like a good 2-3 seconds behind. Nope, I can't get that to y'all. But anyway, fast forward to this. I found an interesting review of the last year of the Kendrick and Drake battle. It was some different perspective. We'll call it that, different perspective. So we're gonna react to that. Also, I'm ecstatic for this show because I got some fresh weed, bro. Like, got some bubble gum cake, 33% THC. Yeah, Freedom Green, made in Michigan. Yeah, I get to check out a new pen. I got a new pen because y'all notice I ain't been having no pen. My pen smoked up. Actually, it didn't get smoked up. I gave it to my homegirl while I was outside because I was towed back. And I was also, just take it. Like, just take it. That's my homegirl though. But we gonna get into this business. And then at the end of the video, I'm gonna check out this new pen I'm gonna show y'all this new pen I got. Check it out. So I'm gonna hold this off. We already got some fresh new herb, and I want to see how this herb hitting. Because by the time we get to the end of the video, I'm gonna know if this a hitter or not. If it ain't, I'll be mad at me because I spent that much money on it. But without further ado, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, so we can keep the YouTube police outside our business, so we can stay in here and do what we do: smoke, drink, talk our ish. Again, definitely like, comment, subscribe, so that way, you know what I'm saying, we don't need the folks. We don't need the folks in our mix. If you're smoking, light it up. If you're drinking, pull it up. You know what I'm saying? We about to kick back and chill for a minute. I appreciate y'all always take the time to roll up and smoke your good herbs with me, and I'm gonna do the same with y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's how we get it. So without further ado, let's get to this here business. This is courtesy of the Need to Know podcast. Again, the Need to Know podcast. As you can see, I did thumbs up. I am subscribed. I want to make sure I start pointing that out because I don't want y'all to think I just be rocking with any thing I find. If it's not in my feed already, unless somebody posts something in the comments, which has happened, and then I go check it out, and it was worth the watch. Then I try to watch a couple other videos just to get the feel of the podcast or show itself. But without further ado, let's get into this. Let's see what they're talking about.
It's beef.
Oh, there we go again. There we go. Oops again. Messing up. Hold on. Switch this audio. All right, let's go. Let's get it.
And you're asking me, where do we stand on it? How we feel?
Just how you feel.
Okay, I got this because I've actually thought about this a lot. I hate that the two of them will always be attached to each other in this way. You can't mention one without the other now. That shit is really annoying. I'm not going front. For people that just enjoy the music aspect of things, that shit is fucking annoying because you'll be trying to bring up a fact about one particular person, and then here go the other people trying to bring up other things to creep in or negate it. And it's like, dog, I was just having a separate conversation about this person. Yeah. Where you at? Where y'all at with it? I think I still have some more thoughts. I want to hear y'all though.
For me,
That was a solid point. Out the gate, solid. Out the gate, solid. Because, okay, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. All right. I too am finding it hard to, even with the tour, right? Even with the tour, you can't have a conversation about it without Drake. It almost got it kind of has that Nas Jay-Z feel, where you're just like yin and yang. You can't have one without the other. I mean, but I guess that's kind of like the mark of what most would call a great battle. I don't really refer to it as that, because I don't feel like we got enough of a solid pushback from the Drake side to really call it like the greatest battle of all time. It was I'll call it a solid battle. But to call it a battle, I feel like underestimates the vitriol that I feel like they have for one another. There's some real tension there. This ain't just for hip hop. We got to keep in mind both of these men, and even as a Kendrick fan, we have to keep in mind they both crossed some lines, which I'm not tripping about. Let's be clear, I'm not tripping about it because it's a battle. Once the line in the sand is crossed, it's up on both sides. You know what I'm saying? So it do make me wonder though, if let's say will this always be the case? Like say if Drake or Kendrick, either one, drop a new album this summer or something like that. Not both, but just one. Will it be compared? And will we automatically expect a rebuttal from the other side? Like for instance, let's say it's true that we get a new Kendrick album. And I'm gonna say new, not no deluxe or no, that this is a new project. Like always, we all gonna comb through it to see if it's any kind of subliminals or if we're fortunate, straight disses. But if it's not, if it's just really good fire music, are we still going to be in the mindset to be like, okay, what Drake doing? Because Kendrick just dropped some more new music. So that means is that I feel like I'm just wondering, are we gonna always expect if one drops music, the other one got to drop music, even if it didn't have nothing to do with the other person? Is it automatically, if I drop some music, you got to drop music? Because it kind of, the way they're tied now, whether we're doing it ourselves or that's just a natural evolution of beef or battle. Even from a music standpoint, again, with music coming out, not coming at one another, is it still going to be compared? Are we going to automatically assume if one dropped, the other one has to drop? That's just something to think about.
The UMG thing and the lawsuit, really did a number for me, because it's like, all right, bro, like,
Yeah.
you basically didn't sue him because you didn't want to look a certain way, so you went after the next best thing. I love, kind of just the time that it happened in, and kind of seeing the back and forth between what everyone was saying and what they were saying amongst each other. It literally kept me on the edge of my seat every track that came out.
Yeah.
I also liked how Kendrick would kind of step on whatever Drake put out. And then there was that, little time where Drake was like, yo, drop your joint. Like, what we doing?
Yeah.
And then after a while, he really dropped a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I think for me, it's interesting to see what Kendrick has been doing since then. Seeing the Super Bowl performance, and dropping GNX.
Yeah.
I think for me, it was actually interesting to see.
Need a UGC video for your business? Find me and many other skilled creators on Fiverr. Or you
I just loved how everybody was able to kind of eat off of this whole situation. Like, I think it was great for hip hop. I think we've heard anything that could be said about it.
Yeah.
We covered it extensively here on the pod. But I think Rory, Maul, DJ Head, what they did with it a few weeks ago, I think that was really dope, having two people who stand firm on each side. Just kind of recap it, and whether you came away from it thinking or changing your mind, I don't necessarily think either one of them were going to be able to do that to each other, right?
Yeah. I don't really think that's what it was for, though. I think it was just to add some clarification to each side's viewpoint of the situation or of the battle, of the situation. I'm not a fan of the way they did it. It was really cheesy. This is supposed to be a hip hop debate. Keep it street. Y'all could have did some knockoff Math Hoffa and went to the barbershop. I would have respected that more, because some of my most hotly debated hip hop conversations happened at the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they should have did it somewhere. They could have made it to where, like, oh, we doing this here because it's a neutral ground, and went somewhere that just felt hip hop. Like, shoot it in the middle of the Marcy Projects. Something hip. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, they went with it felt like we trying to make it look presidential-ish type. Come on, man. Got on sneakers. Hey, let's keep it street. I like that they did it, though. I still feel like it did more for. I feel like Rory and Maul benefited from that more than DJ Head did. If nothing else, I kind of wish they would have did that on the set of the bigger picture. It's the better set. Like, come on now. It's the better set. And I feel like since Kendrick won and DJ Head represents the winning side, it should have been at the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? Just my little 2 cents. And instead of having having his little partner in crime and homegirl. I don't remember the woman's name. My bad, sister. Do the questions. I kind of wish it was Gina Views, because every time she opens her mouth, to talk about hip hop, there's passion in the way she speaks about. She like hip hop. She love it. Like, she love it. Like, in a perfect world, she not no radio personality. She's a hip hop artist, because I think she would love it, appreciate it a lot more than a lot of the cats that's in the game now, both men and or women. So it would have been good to have her do it, because she would have got down to what, at the end of the day, everything is about what the street want. Period. She would have asked questions the streets wanted to get answers to. Let's get down, again, like we say around here, let's get down to the business. All that other weird cookie cutter, weirdo questions that they was asking. Questions that matter. I'll ask some questions that's gonna get the street popping. Hey, you heard what they said, man? I mean, people were excited for this interview when it happened, but it wasn't like the streets wasn't buzzing for it. Like, for as big as that battle is or was to the populace, right, that rock with hip hop, it really wasn't like a groundswell. Oh my God, I can't believe. Reactors reacted to it because it was representatives from both sides. That's kind of really it. It wasn't for really nothing else. I mean, whatever. They did what they did. It was cool. We got to see it. I had never seen nothing like that before. It could have been better executed, but shout out to DJ Head for going into the Lions Den and collected that win for us.
Think that was just made great for sport, great for conversation. I think the biggest thing for me is it just highlighted a whole coast that seemed to be forgotten over the last however many years. I think they had some moments when it came to like the Nipseys and the YGs and obviously the game, but I think this was really big for what it is that they do and their influence and their imprint on the game. And Kendrick Lamar cemented himself as one of the top 5 rappers. So I thought it was dope. I thought it was fun. I thought we got a lot out of it. I think is one of those things, like you said, that's synonymous forever. They're never gonna stop. I don't think. I truly do not believe. Like, every day I see a new clip from the GNX tour of a stadium screaming,
bro,
A minor. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's here. We're here, and it was great, and it was dope for sport. And a year later, I am just thankful that we got to live through it as somebody who loves competition and seeing people, masters of their craft at the highest level, competing. That, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it was for me. In hindsight, it was just fun to live through. It was just one of those things where you kind of had to be there. Right?
Definitely one of those things you had to be there for.
A lot of instant classics.
And just moments and the feeling, and you remember who you was with when what happened, and you know what I'm saying? Like, absolutely. It was just one of those things where you kind of just had to be there.
Do we have recency bias though to call it like the greatest rap beef of all time?
No, because people older than us who were here for other battles have called
like Tupac, Biggie.
Yeah, I mean,
Tupac, Biggie, Beans, Jadakiss,
50.
The fact that Tupac and Biggie got violent, I feel like by default makes it still the greatest hip hop beef ever, because it got to a point where it got violent. It left the booth and actually physically touched the streets. Like, I think our revisionist history right now, or what is it? Recency bias. I think we're still caught in the moment, and for a lot of us, we don't think the moment is really over yet. It's just kind of simmering. We can't take away the fact that Tupac and Biggie got fighting. Like that battle literally divided the country. The country's not divided. The country's divided. I think we will feel it. You felt it. Like even as a kid, you felt living in the Midwest that you were supposed to be on Biggie's side. That was as a kid. That was a teenager. You felt you were obligated. Like you had, if you like Tupac, you better keep it to yourself. That's how it felt back then. Living in the Midwest right now, you can be a fan of either, and nobody really cares. Nobody cares. Like Tupac and Biggie went beyond music. Like you didn't have to pay. You didn't have to listen to hip hop. You could have been somebody who didn't really listen to music at all, and you still knew about it because it hit regular news. You know what I'm saying? It hit Sports Center and everything. Like regular rabbit ear TV news channels was reporting about the Biggie and Pac. As far as stuff that's I think some honorable mentions. Let's talk about some honorable mentions. If y'all got some other beefs, this will tell me how old my demographic is that actually watch my show. Without mentioning Kendrick, no, if you can't mention Kendrick Drake, and you can't mention Pac Biggie, what other beef or battle stood out to you? Now, I got a couple I'm gonna ring off real quick. Let me know if y'all old enough to remember them or not. The 50 Cent was it the 50 Cent I'm not gonna count 50 Cent job. That was a mugging. No, it was a Game and Yuck Mouth. That Game Yuck Mouth got personal. They made that music video with them dragging him and had homie looking all beat up, and he had on with the pink bandana and all that little weird zesty stuff. Man, the Game was hot. This is in his own backyard. Man, look. West Coast on West Cost is a mother. Like, I don't think much can beat West Coast against West Coast. Because for one, you don't see it too often, and when you do see it, it barely bubble up. Man, that was a good one. The T.I. little flip. So I want to say in that T.I. tried to get footage or prove Flip from his hood, drove over there, allegedly or supposedly some goons from Flip hood / camp put hands and paws and feet or whatever on T.I. and man, yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. I didn't buy too much into the what was it, like Chameleonaire beef with somebody. Who was it? It was somebody from the South. I can't think of homie name, but that one, it kind of fizzled out. I couldn't buy into any of any beefs with Ludacris. Ludacris don't seem like a beef type, battle type. Not saying he can't, because Luda got bars. I don't care what nobody say. But that rugged street, I drag you through the mud type, I don't feel it. I would even rank a couple of them Nah, would I rank any of them above this? Maybe not. The Twister. Okay, why am I blanking? This is what happens when you do a show and you smoke. This is fire. This is fire. Bone Thugs and Harmony, Twister. The whole who started the rapping fast first, whatever. I never understood that one because even though they both rap fast, they don't rap fast the same. And then you see, it's a different type of vibe to it because you're getting three rappers at a high pace at once blending, whereas with Twister you just got that one. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's different to the ears, at least to me. I could be tripping, could be the weed, whatever. Can't really think of no other real beefs for my era, my time that really stand out. I'm trying to make sure. So I would definitely put because right now with what I just named, I would still put Kendrick and Drake second, primarily because of what it represents, not so much what we got out of it. I don't feel like we got enough from the Drake side to warrant it being the greatest. He gave us something. I don't feel like he gave us even his best. I'm telling everybody, 616 Friday, it took you mentally out the game, and from there it was just over with. If 616 never happened, maybe he builds up enough vigor to really bite down and really get into the back and forth of it all. But I think 616, that paranoia took him out the game. Like, it was over with. But the reason I'm still gonna put this second is because what we got out of it. For those of us who were tired of the music that we were getting, like, music sucked, bro. Let's call it what it sucked. A little here and there. Like, it's been a long time since I had to really choose between what I really want to listen to, because the options were just that vast. Like, damn, I want to get this, I want to listen to this. Like, you don't know where to start. It ain't been that in a long time. So I feel like we all came to the mindset the music, the hip hop scene needed a shift. It needed a shift. And I think we may have gotten that shift. The reason I say may. Every area has to hold up to this new shift for it to be worthwhile. For us to say we got the shift we wanted and it stuck, at least for a time period. We gonna need some high quality. We're not even gonna say hits, because now we're talking about quality, right? Like from a bar standpoint, from a melody standpoint, like we looking for works of art now, kind of, sort of, instead of hits. So you need to be able to get that from at least 2 or 3 people from the West, 2 or 3 people from the South, the Far East in that Virginia area or whatever, or Midwest, that Kentucky area, South, I forgot what, Midwest, the Detroit area. See if something still comes out of Cleveland, Chicago. You needed to be from everywhere. It can't just be, oh, we end up with GNX, and then Kendrick put out something else, and that hit, and then it still has to go beyond SZA. It needs to go beyond TDE. Let's just do that for the West. Something non-TDE needs to hit this kind of standard. I can't think of. I don't even know where to go to think about who that could be. I feel like the West Coast in a bind to where it gotta be that PG Lang, TDE umbrella, brotherhood or whatever. Ray Vaughn doing it. Man, salute to you, my boy. That album, look. I only right now got one skip. I think I got 3 tracks left. I'm at one skip. Ray Vaughn doing it. We already know Kendrick. We know Doechii. We know AC Chite. And I just watched, because the bigger picture be having at the end. Like they refer you to like somebody that's not really up here. Like, hey, check this out. This is worth your time and listen or whatever. And they just told me somebody, and it was right. I gotta look back and see who it was, because they just fresh to me. When I say I just listened to them, at the furthest date, I want to say 2 days ago is when I just put an ear to it. So I got to get the name, and I'll tell you, I'll co-sign that one. It's fire. It's hippity hop. It's hippity hop. It played with some sounds. I'm big. I'm weird. I always try to tell people, look, I like far out sounds. I'm a stoner. I let my mind play with sounds and whatnot. But let's go ahead and hit this a little bit more, and then we might chop it up about something else.
50, the world. Yeah. Like it's big. These stars are big.
I think because the business was so big, because the hits that came out of it was so big, right? This allowed one of the artists to go on and perform at the Super Bowl, right? Like we haven't seen anything like that. A lot of big business involved, world tours or coming, you know what I'm saying? Like there was a lot, and there was a lot of other players that were involved in this as well. But I'm just grateful that we got to live through it. Like I cannot stand when somebody tells me about how great somebody was in their time, and no matter what I do, I cannot fathom how good Michael Jordan was in his prime. I understand it. I respect it. I know what time it is, but like I didn't live through the Chicago Bulls dynasty. I was born in fucking 1994. He was on his second champion. You know, like he was already in there. I didn't live through that. But somebody like a LeBron James, like I remember when he got drafted. I remember his.
How do you know when it's time to end a relationship or when to really fight for it to see if there's something there?
I don't think.
First in Cleveland until now, right? Like Miami. I got to witness that greatness is something that I can speak to. And this is one of those moments where it's like 10, 15, 20 years down the line when people are fucking sampling Kendrick, when people are sampling Drake, and my kids, your kids is talking about, oh, why is this make you feel like this, Dad? And it's like, let me tell you where I was when he dropped this shit, right? Like that's one of the things that I love about this shit.
Excuse me. When he mentions stuff like that, right, it makes me instantly think of the people who go on to this tour specifically, and I want to shout them out again. I can't remember what location it was. It was an open air stadium, but I think it was Philly. It might have been Philly, either Carolina or Philly. But to stand outside in the rain, open air stadium, Man, shout out to y'all for showing Kendrick that love and appreciation for him continuing to do the show when he could have easily, for just as simple as health reasons, hey, we can't do it, we gonna reschedule it, and whoop-de-whoop. He out there doing his thing, SZA out there doing her thing, the dancers out there doing their thing, and y'all was out there at that show doing y'all thing, supporting him. So mad appreciation to y'all for showing him that kind of love. I'm sure he definitely, without a doubt, appreciated it. But to hear how people say being in that rain gave him a whole different feeling. Like it made the vibe of the whole experience just that much higher. Like, I think I watched a reaction or something like that, and a guy was explaining that he just basically, the best way he could put it was, the rain was just another part of the show. Like, just like he had fireworks and everything else, it was just like another special effect. You know what I'm saying? Sister girl didn't care. She definitely sounded like she was about to get a cold, and she like, whoops, I had to figure it out because I wasn't missing it. Also the pop out. Think about, he's about to provide major moments. The pop out, especially for people who made it to that, who live like in the hood, over there. Like, they gonna always remember that. And the fact that he made Cash App take priority payments from I think it was like cards with the zip code for that area or whatever. Gonna be some dope ass memories to think back on when you 50, 60, telling the story of how you watched Kendrick Lamar remove Drake, and that's a heck of a feat. Because I thought Drake was gonna be around till he got old, to be honest, until he aged out. Because I knew he was eventually gonna age out. Because Kendrick eventually, at some point, Kendrick gonna age out. Because people gonna get tired of learning, and people only want to be responsible for so long before they get back to doing all that other BS. But we gonna enjoy the ride while we got it. Hopefully, with the way everything's shaking, and with that Olympics in 2028 or something like that. Hopefully, if he could ride, if Kendrick can ride this out till 2028, while it wouldn't be as clearly as long as how long Drake had it, it would probably be more prolific. The impact on Kendrick's time, I feel like, is going to be drastically more important than the decade that Drake had. But I'm gonna let them cook for a little minute, and then we'll talk about something else, I think.
So a year later, it's dope, and I can't wait to see what continues to come from this, because I don't think it's over. Drake, whatever contract he's in, he cannot stop dropping music.
Nah, he's not.
He's not allowed.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about A$AP Rocky reproducing? Yeah. He's just trapped in a basement and forced to do this. Going. Right? Like, Drake is forced to just stay in the studio and record music and give more because this is what it is.
I'm excited for his next album, bro. Before I get into that, though, I did want to highlight the revisionist history I've been seeing, and we're only a year removed.
Oh,
that shit is crazy.
In what way?
Like you were just mentioning all the people before us that were able to experience some of the rap battles, and why do things make them feel the way they feel, because they remember exactly what happened, where they were, who they were with. I cannot believe how our generation is moving the goalposts, reshaping what occurred, who won, who lost. We have love for both of these artists. After Not Like Us, it was over, y'all. Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing certain people on social media, oh, why didn't Kendrick respond to the Heart Part 6? And I'm just like, fam,
because it was already done.
are
at
you
that point.
reading the room?
It was almost like it's not.
Was that not a White Flag album? I'm looking for a White Flag. Yeah. Was that not a White Flag album? I thought we all agreed that was the White Flag album. What am I missing? So he ain't tripping. How did we get here? The L had already been applied when Not Like Us first hit. It was over. There was no that Heart Part 6 was basically like a thank you for coming. Please drive home safely. We appreciate you coming this evening. Good night. God bless. That was that. That was the what do you call it? When you close the curtain call. That was the curtain call. All right. So wrap it up. Unplug them speakers. Yeah. Yep. Wrap them cords up. Don't bunch them. Wrap them up. I'm gonna use them again when I get back to this music thing. That should have been how y'all. It should have been perceived from that side. Don't damage the equipment, but we're gonna put this away for a minute. I gotta figure some things out and see what I did wrong, because this didn't go right.
Not worth it for me to respond to this when clearly that's when they stop putting out.
Now, with that to the side, we're probably gonna get the most motivated Drake we've gotten since probably maybe Views.
Okay, if that is the case, right?
Maybe Views.
Do you think it'll still be as effective? And
yes.
Who will he be directing his energy towards?
To everyone. You gotta understand it, right? Mm-hmm. We've already heard Kendrick's side of things. Okay. We got GNX. He's on tour right now. He continues to tell us that he don't fuck with him.
Wait. Hold on. Pause. Wait a minute. Let's be careful how we categorize GNX. GNX is just some dope, some really good music, bro. Like, I don't even feel like in that album for the most part, except for maybe Peekaboo. Maybe, you know what? I don't feel like we should be trying to make this inclusive into the beef songs as well. Like, it's not a part of that. This is separate. This is its own separate thing. If we gotta accept that y'all say sexy songs for somebody, is it just a joint collaboration? Just good old times, get down music. We ain't on no. Okay, then accept the GNX. It's just our we back to our bobbing. We back on that. We cooling over here. Like, we good. Like, we if y'all cool, we cool. I'm very interested, my bad, as to what type of energy this solo album is going to have, though. Because if he's really, really motivated, like he say he's going to be, I'm excited. Pause. Excited. I mean, motivated in which way, though? Just motivated to just be back to being good, or being back to good and sending a message. And the reason I lumped them together, because you can't send a message and be terrible. Because you just tried that and it didn't work. You see what I'm saying? So what you're gonna do is make some fire music, about 12 to 13, 14 tracks, Mr. Drake, sir. And if you choose to get out here, you know what I'm saying, get spicy, by all means, you should do that too. Feel like you should do everything in your power to take number one back. Get spicy. No holds barred. Show everybody, including me, a nobody Kendrick Lamar fan, who you really are. I gotta try something, man. He the guy, bro. He coming back. What you want me to do? Somebody gotta say something. Y'all want him to do the same thing that I want him to do. Y'all thought it was good times in the reaction world and online on this YouTube thing during the battle for a couple of months. Imagine if we get like a whole nother go at this thing, but this time Drake is ready and prepared. You know how much better that's gonna be for all of us? Now we talking about getting to the potential of being the greatest beef of all time. Right now, if I'm Drake, I want that. I think that if you think about it, the greatest reward out there for Drake right now is that and only that. If you're gonna go down, you want to go down as part of one of the greatest beef of all time with your best effort though. You need people to be able to talk favorably, like, oh, he came back on his woo 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 woo. Like, even if you lose, if people still gotta say positive things about you, like, yo, he wasn't he went out like a do. I'm telling you, hear me out. I know I don't even like owls. I feel like they're ugly birds. That neck thing is strange. Nonetheless, you doing you, my man. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. This is what you need to do. I'm just saying. Look. We all gonna appreciate you, even us Kendrick Lamar fans. Sound right? It sounded good. Yeah. Felt good.
We've gotten how Drake feels, but they've been bad moves. And they've been quick bad moves, right?
Man.
Whether it be a Instagram post here or a live stream here. On his album, we're all gonna take a seat and eat some popcorn.
All right. Now that we're here, let's talk about it. Let's talk about this.
Yes.
I haven't really processed or thought about what the next solo Drake album looks or sounds like, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny because we always talk about CLB on this podcast. I love the fucking album. I think it's aging amazing. There's another song from there that we actually wanted to talk about too. But if we look at Drake's catalog and his discography, one thing Drake has always done, he's always leaned heavily on features, right?
So last night he used him. Honestly, nothing better than when a guy.
All of the people that he featured with and vice versa over the years, they were quiet. Most of them were really radio silent, quiet.
Yeah.
All of Atlanta was indicted in the biggest diss song of all time, right? Like,
I know where he headed with that. That was courtesy of the Need to Know podcast. Oh man, I made it to the end smoking this, and it was hard. I just want to get that out the way. This is a smoker. I'm hoping y'all comfortably high. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? You drinking good. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all again. Coming in here, chopping it up, you know what I'm saying? Smoking your good herb with me while I smoke mine with you. I'm curious if he gonna do it. I'm curious. Selfishly, obviously, I'm curious if Drake is gonna. I know I was saying it kind of tongue in cheekish, but on some real, I want him to really swing for the fences because I don't feel like he gave no kind of real solid effort the first go. I want that to happen selfishly though, because I feel like that's the only way we gonna get the Kendrick we want. We want the savage Kendrick that we want bad guy Kenny. So that ain't gonna never just allow himself to just be projected as the bully. He's simply just trying to give people what they want. So we need Drake to want this. We need him to want it bad. I'm iffy if he can do it because he already in a mindset of, again, this is because his circle's been fractured. He don't know who to trust, and then people he thought that was gonna speak up didn't speak up. So what's a Drake album sound like that's just heavy on Drake and light on everybody else? That takes some of the punch out of it a little bit. I was cool with the way Kendrick went about it. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing if this next go round is like Kendrick and who rock with Kendrick versus Drake and who rocking with Drake. That would give us a different twist too. That would give us a different little twist. Maybe that'd help take out some of the personal. You know what I'm saying? So group on this side type. Let me know what y'all think about that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind it on wax. On wax. If it was like West Coast versus Drake and whoever really line up with him on some official type time. Or like, I wouldn't mind a lot of Drake's a lot of the people who really are being vocal about how they feel about Drake and they not really too cool with him. If they teamed up on some Super Friends, and yeah, that would be cool too. I mean, I'm down for whatever we can really get. I just feel like it's gonna happen in some capacity. But if Drake ain't willing to take the head up like that again, because he just don't feel like that's the move, and he go about it in a me and somebody else and somebody else, I kind of only expect Kendrick to do the same thing. Like, okay, if you rocking with a little squad, I got a squad too. So, because I think that might be the way Drake take it. He might have them 2 people, 3 people that he willing to rock with on the album because he ain't really rocking with nothing else really, and they make a go of it. I don't know. There's so many different ways this thing could go. But I appreciate y'all putting up smoke with your boy, man. Like, comment, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? So we can keep the, YouTube police out here, because they probably already smelling the sticky underneath the door. So we don't want them to crack this one open, see what we got going on. So go on, like, comment, subscribe, keep them folks happy. But I'm Oops Great. This is Kush Equilibrium. Appreciate y'all pulling up the smoke with your boy. Get at y'all.